Hello, hey everyone. So I'm gonna double check, but I think we're live now.
I spent 15.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is working. Okay, so hi. Um, I need to do better about streaming because first of all, I'm running late. Again, I have been running late almost maybe every time I've streamed for the past few weeks because I have to realize I have to take the time to prepare to stream. I have to make sure that I have OBS on and I have the correct window on OBS. And sometimes that requires me to turn the laptop off and turn it back on, etc., etc. So I do apologize. I need to do better about that. But if you're here, please let me know in the chat and tell me how you're doing. Okay. So we are working on the same thing we were working on last week. I have made some progress between then and now, but I am making a planner for writers. So make my face a bit smaller. You can see the planners. This is just kind of a default page that exists. But what I need to see, I think, is I have a list of things that need to go in this planner, but things have changed. So this is from last week's live stream, but certain things about the plans for the planner have changed. I'm gonna make my face bigger again real quick. So I'll show you. So I have a bullet journal. For some reason, like I get these notebooks and sometimes I don't take the sticker off of the front for whatever reason. I don't know. I guess I like the sticker on the front. Slash, I tend to forget maybe. Slash, it does tell me which way is right side up. But I guess you would know that anyway. Anyway, I have drawn some like mock-ups of the different pages in my bullet journal. The pages for our planner. So we're gonna kind of go through and see what I have and still need. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So, okay, for our front matter. Okay, project glossary. That's a good thing to remember because I didn't put that in my bullet journal. But we also have a project. Okay, let's see. Do we have a list of goals? Okay, we need goals, notes, calendar. Did we put calendar before goals or after goals? I think calendar is before goals. Okay, calendar, goals, notes, inspiration. That is for my projects and project glossary. So instead of having this thing like this, what I have in my bullet journal is that after the calendar pages, we have a project list. So I'll just change this real quick. We're going to copy and paste it so that I don't forget what was on the original list, right? So we're just going to, or does it say duplicate? Let's see. Is there a duplicate option? Yeah, let's duplicate that whole thing. Okay, we're duplicating that whole block. And then we're going to put like updated. So we have our calendar pages with no days listed. Then here I have that you need a project list, and I have made the project list already after the calendar pages. So project list. And then there's also a project chart. But yeah, that does raise the question of whether you want your goals to be before those things. And then you have like some notes pages. And so instead of saying like inspiration aesthetics for my projects, I do think having a project glossary is good, although I'm not exactly sure. So what I have written is that somewhere in here we want to have the project, what did I call it? I guess I put project pages, but what it is it's like a group of pages. It's a group of pages that repeats 10 times so that you can describe your projects on each one. So let's just look at what we have real quick. So we have this page that's probably going to go or get changed. I don't know. We have our calendar, and I just made this same calendar page with a grid and some notes. The notes are also a grid. They're just like a 1x5 grid. I want to zoom in, but now I know that you can't really, it's like kind of hard to zoom in on this thing, but this is saying the top row of this calendar is for day of the week labels. You are welcome to start your calendar with whichever day of the week you want. Okay, so we have 6 calendar pages because this is a six month planner. But if you wanted to make it longer or shorter, you could do that because it's a printable planner. And then we have our project list. Okay, we have our project list. Okay, and then so far I have made our daily page, but I haven't made the project chart, which would be a little bit more complex. So one of our questions is, do we need our goals page before the project list and project chart? Probably not, but this is something that can be moved later. But for now, I will put project list, project chart, and then goals. And then some notes. Or maybe put some notes before goals, notes after goals, whichever. Whenever I make notes pages, I can duplicate those. And then when we'll have our project pages, what that means is like a group of pages to describe a project. Do 10 of these groups. This way, if you want to work on 10 projects, you can. But then, question, do we still need a general project glossary when we have a page for each project? Group of pages for each project? Or do we just include a glossary in each project's section? So we'll see about that. That is a question for later. And then, yeah, we're making some more front matter. Yeah, it may be good to just have like one section that's specifically for reference info. But for now, we're going to make our project chart and then move on to the rest of the front matter. So, project chart. Okay. Okay, so this says you need the project chart. So this is just our project list. It does have some dates, but it doesn't go super into detail with dates. So the reason we also want a project chart is to go really into detail with the planned dates for each stage of each project. So we're gonna add, um, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to share this stream. This will take like 2 seconds. I'm sharing it in Someday Social. Okay, I'm trying to see where you go to share the stream. Oh, here it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so here we are. So we need our project chart. And it might be good to actually make this into a to-do list, which means a checklist. Maybe not, maybe not. Okay, maybe I can do that later. So project chart. We're gonna make a new page. What? Oh, okay, here is this plus sign, right? Okay, let me make my face a little bit smaller so you can see. Oh, I gotta take my face over here. Hopefully that'll help. So we're gonna click the plus sign to make a new slide. And they do not let you get rid of these text boxes. So if I really want to get rid of these text boxes, sometimes what I do is type something like just something random and then make the text white so that the text box will disappear. That's what I do sometimes. But the text box doesn't even actually truly disappear. You could take the text box and literally pull it off to the side and put it over here outside of the slide and it would still exist. You wouldn't see it, but it would still, you wouldn't really see it. Like you could do this. Look, you take this text box. Oh, they're going to make me type something, aren't they? So you can take this text box. No, okay. Put it in white. Just take it, pull it over here, and put it outside of the slide. And if you click on it, it still exists. So it's so funny, but you can't see it. So that helps. Because I like for my slides to be blank so that I can, do what I need to do. So, we're making a project chart. So what we're going to do is insert a table. Yeah, I'll do this before I do the title. Okay, let's see. How big a title do we need? How big a table? We need 7 columns. I'm going to see if it'll let me do 20 rows. 7. I think it'll let me do 20. I think. Perfect. Perfect. Dang it. I actually needed 21 rows. Okay, that's okay. We're getting closer. I just did Control Z. We're getting closer to what we need. Table 7 by 21. Okay, maybe 20 is actually the limit. I'll do 11 then, because I wanted to have at least one row per I wanted to have 2 rows per project in case you needed more than 1 row per project, because the sort of intent with this planner is for you to have enough space to track 10 projects, because some people do write really fast or do work on multiple projects at once. So it's a 6-month planner. Some people might work on 10 projects in 6 months. If you don't work on 10 projects, then that's okay, but you just have like that option. Okay, so here we're just going to do 11, because that way in the top we can label the columns. Okay, so the columns are going to be labeled as follows, right? We're going to, what's our font? I've been using a combination of Lobster and EB Garamond. We can use EB Garamond for this. So we're going to do, this is so tiny, okay. That's 14-point font. It looks like little 8-point font. I don't mean that in a bad way. Oh yeah, this needs to be bold. Was Garamond bold, okay. Title, working title. Yes, needs to be wider than. Or am I gonna make it smaller? Would this help at all? I don't think so. No, that wouldn't help. Let me undo that. I don't know if we want the font to be even smaller than this, because this is a tiny font. We could just put the word title. We could just put the word title or put project. Yeah, okay. So now I have to kind of. Okay, yeah. We'll just try the word title and make it bigger. Okay, and then we're gonna go. Oops. Garamond bold. Yeah, we'll just type what we need to type, and then we'll change the font later. Okay. Yes, I think what we'll do actually, I think we will make at least two of this page, which will kind of solve our problem of not being able to put 21 rows. Okay. I do kind of want our table to look bolder. I wonder, is there a way to do that? Because they'll have, like, when you click on one of the squares or something, it'll there's some way where it'll, yeah, like, what is this? What is this? Can I do this? Oh, maybe they're just talking about moving the border? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, okay, we're going to, well, I guess I did need this text box after all. Yay. Come through. Come through, Google Slides. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. So our title of our project chart. This needs to be centered, and it's going to be in Lobster, because generally our titles of pages are in Lobster. Okay. This. That looks a little small. What's the size of the, let's see, what's the size of the title on this? 28? Okay, yes. So this one can be 28. It looks small, but it'll work. And then I think we maybe need a little explanation of what this is. And I think maybe we'll go back and add images to make this thing look more fun and yay and festive. I think we'll go back and do that later. So first we're just kind of putting all of our, you know, words and shapes and things like that. Word, like basic shapes. Okay, we're gonna insert a little text box so we can tell you more about like what this page is. Okay. So our font is gonna be what, Ibik Armand. Let's go with bold. Or let's go semi-bold. Okay, so okay, so I'm sorry. So I might change the phrasing of this, but it says list the projects and plan, list your projects and the planned dates or actual dates for their stages. What that means is, like, let's say you go, okay, I plan to do this on this date and this on this date. You can put that on this chart. Or you can wait until you get there and then be like, you know what, I was planning to do it on this date, but something came up, da da da, and that's what you use this chart for. The great thing is it's a printable planner, so you can always like print out a new version of this page if you need one. Okay, so this, yeah, this is just another thing, just looks really small to me. I'll make it 16 and I'll leave it there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. So we've got 10. I forgot. I don't know if I need to say this, but yeah, that way that kind of helps solve the problem where we didn't put title / working title. Oh, and then these, I need to fix the font of all of these, right? Garmond. Semi-bold. Or was it semi-bold or bold? I think it was bold. My bad. I messed up. But that looks like a different font size. What size is this? 21? Okay. Dang, that is not. Okay, hold on. There's, you know, always trial and error. Bold. Okay. I wonder if these should be center aligned instead of left aligned. Okay, this is great. And I like that we can duplicate pages. So yeah, I like how this looks right now. I could try moving the whole, oops, didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna Control Z. Okay, I could try moving this entire table down a little bit so that I can make this text a little bit bigger. Just a little tiny bit bigger. Okay. I think this will work. And I think I will make two. Should I make 2 pages of project charts? What we may do is give the option to to update this plan at the beginning of each month. Yes. So okay. So yeah, but in case, because we know that as writers and people, you know, something that we just plan to do one way, it doesn't always happen exactly that way. And that is totally a part of life, normal part of life. So let me just try to make sure it's centered because this does not look centered right now. Yes, there we go. Now it's centered. Okay. Is it too close to the actual table? Am I overanalyzing it? Maybe. Maybe. Do I need to put it up a little bit more? Put this text box up a little bit. No, I don't want that one to be too far up. I think this will work for now. If we need to change it, we'll change it a little bit later. So after our project chart, what do we have? Let's look at Notion. Okay, after the project chart, you have your goals and then notes. And is that what it says here in my bullet journal? Okay, my bullet journal says to do a notes page and then upcoming dates and deadlines and then goals. I think that works, yes. Because I think when you do these projects pages, you're taking stock of like what you have and what you're working on, and then you can make your goals because you're like, oh yeah, now I know what I'm working on. So I'll make a goal in that project to get it to the stage and da 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 da. So I think that works. If we have to change it, we'll change it. So what okay, it says to do a notes page, right? How are we gonna do a notes page? I sort of have an idea of how to do it. So I've tried like 2 different ways to make kind of like notes pages. One way would be to say like notes. I'm just giving you an example, right? So text needs to be way bigger. Okay. So one way would be to say notes and then put like shift and this and then do that a bunch of times. This is the like the blank, what is it, like a blank, like if you did fill in the blank it would be like BL. It's that thing, so it's like a shift and the hyphen. So that is one way to do a notes page. Here's another way to do a notes page that I might be actually using this time. It is, I'm just going to take away this text because, okay. Okay, so we're taking away this text box. If we need it, we'll come get it. I'm going to try using a table to make a notes page. So we're going to go insert table, and it's going to be, the width is going to be 1. I mean, yeah, the width is going to be 1. And we'll just do like, we could do 20. I think 20 is good for the height. that's what our notes page looks like. I'm wondering, is it okay that we have this border around the notes because that's what happens when you use a table to do it? Or is that gonna is it okay? Sorry, I got distracted. Is it okay that the notes page looks like this? I think it's okay. I like it. I like the way it looks. You know, it's a little rectangle, but I like the way it looks. So I'm gonna move that down a little bit and then put a title. And the title's gonna say notes. So here, okay. Um, uh, one, one, 1 second. Okay, yeah, they got it. They get it. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna put a little title, and we can stop that text. We can go back to that text being black, and we're gonna put notes, and it's gonna be centered. It's gonna be centered. It's gonna be lobster font 28. Lobster font 28 point. Yay. Okay. So and lift it up. Make sure it's centered. So yeah, I think it would be okay if all of our notes pages look like this. I like the notes page like this. Is it centered? Is it centered? Oops. Oh, okay. No, I'm trying to see if our table is centered. Oh, okay. No. Okay. It's okay. Some technical difficulties. I just want to see if our table is centered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be like right here, I think. Like right here. Like right here. I think that is not centered. No. That is not centered. What is that? That is not centered. Okay. Trial and error, like we said. I feel like in last week's stream we recognized some problem with getting things centered, but now I do not remember what that problem was. However, this does raise an interesting question of if you are doing a printable planner, should you leave a, what would you call it, like an extra bit of the margin on the left so that when people print it, they can like hole punch it or do whatever they need to bind it so they have some space without the holes going into the actual page. I did not think about that. I might have to look into doing that. Okay, I will make sure to like look that up. So we'll see. I'll look that up and see if there's like advice about that somewhere. But anyway, I'm happy because we have a notes page and now we can duplicate it whenever we need to. Okay, so after our notes page, what do we have? Do we go into our project pages? I forgot. Okay, so after our notes, I think we have goals. So we have project chart and we just put some notes and then goals and then some more notes. Okay. So nope. Dates and deadlines is the one I forgot. So what should a date or deadline page look like? I could come up to this and just have like something like this, but just have it be like event date like that. Or I could have it be a table and have event date. Yeah, I'll make it a little table. I think that's what we'll do. So we're going to add a page and our title is going to be dates and deadlines. .28 point lobster centered. Okay. And this is going to be our little. No, I meant to make that white. Okay, we'll take this text box, put it over there, and make a table. Table. And this can just be two. Yeah, it can be two spaces. How many deadlines do we think we need to list in 6 months? You might have like 2 deadlines a month, right? So you could do like, or you might have more than 2 deadlines a month or events. We'll do 2 by 13. And then if you need more, you can, if you need more, you can print the page more than once. Okay? So we're just going to put in Garamond, EB Garamond bold. We'll put event. And then date. And then I wonder, do these need to be center aligned like this? Like, would that look better? Yeah, I think that looks better. Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay, perfect. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we have our dates and deadlines, and then we can have our goals and then another notes page. Goals and notes. Okay. So our goals page could look similar to our, which one is it? Project list. Like, yeah, because the goal page could be pretty simple. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is duplicate the project list, and then we're going to change some stuff around. So I'm trying to remember how to duplicate. Oh, slide, duplicate slide. Okay. So for this one, we're going to say goals. Goals. And then we're going to change everything else about it too, but first we're going to put it in the right place. So take our goals and move them down. Down to here. Yay! This is exciting because it's coming together. Okay. So this whole text box can go. Yeah. This can go. It doesn't have to be there, or it can just be empty. And then this. I'm just humming. I think sometimes I hum when I focus. Okay. So we're going to center that. Which Garamond is that on? Normal? I could put it on medium, but is it going to look not uniform? And some of these things are in bold, some of them are not bold. And honestly, you could have more than 10 goals, but the question is, what's like too many to ask of people? Like, if I'm like, you should have 27 goals for the next 6 months, it's like, it's kind of a lot, isn't it? Like, oh, and sorry, that was kind of a weird view when I was leaning forward. Yeah, it just seems like asking people to have like a ton of goals would be a lot. So I think we are going to keep it at 10. Do we want to move this up some? Maybe. And this actually might be an occasion to have 2 lines each. Our one line might work. No, one line seems like kind of a lot. So I think we can leave it like that for now. Okay. And then another notes page. So we go up to our notes page and duplicate it. Okay, we take this new notes page and bring it down here to after goals. And then what happens next? Let's see. Okay, this is where I put our project pages. So let's just look. I'm just going to look in the bullet journal real quick. Okay, we have our inspiration pages after the goals and the notes. So I sort of skipped that by accident. So an inspiration page could be pretty much blank. I was going to say, oh, it should be lined like a notes page, but no, because you could put pictures, you could put whatever you want on here. So this is what it's going to be. We're just going to say lobster centered inspiration. I need to spell it correctly. Inspiration. And then you got your little, I guess we can use this text box instead of putting a new text box on there. We'll just use this text box. So it'll be Garmond. Yeah, I'll put it in normal, but if it looks weird, then I can make it bold later. And then I be like, all the titles for the charts and things are in bold, I think. So excuse me. So yeah, I'll say list. Yeah, that just looks too, nah, that looks too pale to me. We're gonna go at least semi-bold. Okay, so things that inspire you to write. These can be quotes, thoughts, pictures, anything else. All right. Anything else? Okay. So I'm gonna put this up a little bit. And yeah, so the inspiration pages, I want there to be 2 of them. And I think this is where, when you're thinking about planners, you have to think even and odd pages. I would like inspiration to be a spread, meaning like a left page and right page. But this is a little, that might mean we put another notes page there. For now, we're not going to think even and odd, because when I do the cover and title page, that might affect things. Right now, we're not going to think about even and odd. So for now, I'll just duplicate this inspiration page and we'll kind of call that a day, I think. Let's put it up a little bit. There we go. And that's my laptop telling me to plug it in. Hold on. Okay. How long have I been live? Okay, about 45 minutes. So I might stop at 55 minutes or I might stop at an hour. So we'll see. So here we have our inspiration page. We're going to duplicate it so we can have like at least 2 inspiration pages. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to have 2 inspiration pages. Exactly. So slide, duplicate slide. And then here's our daily page, which is great. So far, let's see what this looks like. We have our calendar pages. We have our project list, project chart, notes, dates and deadlines, goals, some more notes, inspiration. This is great. Okay, so I love this. So this is the first part of our front matter for our planner. Then we have our project pages, which are more front matter, but I kind of want to skip those for today and just do those when I'm not live. Yeah, I would like to do that later when I'm not live. So we can move to the back matter of the planner, which is great. We might be able to finish the back matter, at least put a good, get some good progress on it. So writing session tracker, writing sprint tracker, chapter tracker by word count. And then I think I also, in my bullet journal, I have another chapter tracker. Chapter tracker by completion status. So I did briefly show you what I mean by this before. So I'm just going to quickly show you again. Okay. This is what a chapter tracker by word count looks like. You have a chapter, the word count, how many words you need, how many words you are allowed. I might need to rephrase this so that so for me, I put words needed, meaning words to get to the minimum, and then words allowed means words to get to the maximum. But that might be kind of hard to see here. And then we don't need this part over here. So what we do need is scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5. Did I say up to 6 scenes per chapter? I don't know. And then I wonder, do we need a key so that you, as the writer, can tell yourself, like, this is which chapter this is, and this is the name of this chapter, name or nickname. I don't know, but for now, I'm going to remove that tab, but just letting you see kind of like what it is. This is, of course, a version on the computer, so on a spreadsheet on the computer, so because of that, it can automatically change these numbers when I change these numbers. And we're talking about a written planner, so that makes it a little bit different, but the general concept is that these are the types of things we're tracking. Okay, so we're going to take that away so you can go back to where you were, and I can also show you, I don't know, I accidentally opened something. Okay, I'm sorry. I can also show you what a chapter tracker by completion status means. Yeah, so this is my spreadsheet for Tethered, where I blacked out some things so as not to show spoilers. But the idea is that so for me, for Tethered, when going from 0 draft to first draft, I needed to mark if each chapter was not started, less than 500 words or more, or complete. And then it would be a point value. So if it is not started, then I set the point value to 0. If it is 500 or more, set the point value to 2. Oh, I skipped less than 500, set the point value to 1. So that way it's getting closer to green, right? Because when it's complete, it's green. Green. Did I make a color for 4 and 5? No, I didn't. And I didn't make a color for -1. But, yeah, the idea here is that 4 would be if the chapter is revised. I think 5 would be if it's line edited, but you can, use that differently if you want to. So I'm going to take that back to where it was, put it away, and we're just going to start on our back matter. So here is our daily page, and we're going to duplicate that a bunch of times. And then there's certain things I think that we want to have at the beginning and end of each month. Maybe even some things at the beginning and end of each week. So we'll see. But for now, yeah, we're starting on the back matter. So I think I'm using the word correctly, back matter. You know what? I'm gonna Google it. Yeah, the stuff at the end of the book. Okay, great. I'm like, good thing I didn't like accidentally just make that term up. Okay. So yeah, these are just our different trackers. Okay. Please don't be mad at me if I'm going back and checking my Notion page for the list of things a lot. It's just that I'm doing more than one thing at the same time. I'm like focusing on the stream and also focusing on the actual making of the planner. So it's kind of like, oh, okay. So I realize that I don't have that list open anymore. So I'm gonna fix that. The list of what needs to be in the back matter. Okay. Okay, so a writing sprint tracker should be pretty easy to make. So yeah. But it needs a lot of space. So that would mean a lot of pages. Does it make more sense to put a writing session tracker before a writing sprint tracker? So writing sprint tracker would be like you're just tracking a whole bunch of writing sprints, and what the numbers are. And a writing session tracker is you put certain information about a writing session. Yeah, I'll put the writing session tracker first. So this is our title. I'm gonna go with lobster centered. It's going to be writing session tracker. Okay. And then typing something random. White, take the text box, move the text box away, and then we make our table. So how many spaces do we need in this table? Let's see. Yeah, I could do a writing session tracker for each month, but it might just make it easier to do a ton of writing session trackers at the end of the planner. And you could just add more if you want to, and it's kind of flexible. So okay. I am going to ask myself in the writing session tracker, how many columns? Okay, we're gonna make a numbered list for this just because, like, I don't know how many. So we need the session. So in here you would put like January 4th, session 1 or something like that, okay? Then we need date, which does seem redundant, but that's just kind of how I track things. So, uh, I don't know. Because I don't want you to feel like you can only do one session per day. So that's why I don't put just the date. You can put January 4th, session 1, January 4th, session 2. Okay, so session date, tasks. I'm doing this because I track my own writing on Notion this way. So I'm trying to remember all of the columns without having to go to one of my actual session trackers and showing you things that might show you spoilers. So, um, yeah. Can I find one that doesn't show you spoilers? Maybe. I will quickly try and find you one that doesn't show you spoilers because I know that we're like almost at the end of this stream. Yeah, we're very close to the end of this stream. This one looks like it isn't too bad. Yeah, that one doesn't really show spoilers mostly, so I'll show it to you. Oh, there's that one spoiler, though. Ah, man. Hold on. Dang. There's like one spoiler on there. No, there's a couple spoilers. Okay. Where I'm like, I need to write the part where something, something, something. Okay, so I will show it to you. I just won't scroll all the way over to the right. Hopefully this will work. I really hope this will work. Oh my gosh. Okay. Am I playing with fire here? Okay. Keep it over to the left. Okay. So here we go. Okay. So we have session, date, tasks, start time, end time. Session, date, tasks, start time, end time, time breakdown. So what I would do is like, okay, the first part of the session I'm doing this, second part I'm doing this. So we'll scroll over a little bit so you can see. Sometimes the time breakdown is just writing. Let me make sure you're not seeing something you're not supposed to see. Okay, I think that's okay. So time breakdown, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take away this tab so that we don't accidentally see some spoilers. Okay, so but I still have it open on my laptop so I can see everything. Okay. Days, goal, session, goal, what I'm writing. On Notion, I have two columns that say what I'm writing. One is tags, and one is like a text where you just type in what you're writing. Because this is not Notion, we may just need one thing. This is what I'm writing. And it could be like, this project and these chapters, da 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 da. And then you have I also have a reading column because recently if I have a long writing session, I set aside some of it to read, either fiction or nonfiction. I don't know if we have to do that for a writer planner though. because y'all might just track your reading separately. So I don't want to just assume that everyone's like, oh, I'm just gonna read in my writing session. So I'll just put the last column that I have, which is update after. How did it go? So yeah, this is our writing session tracker. And this is just a way to track things that's not really like numerical per se. I mean, you know when it started and ended and things like that, but like, you know, it's not really like super like numbers based. And then you're also going to have in like after that in the planner, you're going to have your writing sprints tracker, which is going to show you like the numbers for you got for the different sprints. And then you can also track like other things about the sprints. Okay. So we are going to end the stream there. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, so we're gonna end it there. I'm not gonna show you me going ahead and making the writing session tracker because I think that that would go over time. Wait, that would like definitely go over time because what time are we at now? Yeah, we just hit the 1 hour mark. So thank you so much for watching. You know, please let me know in the comments. Do you want to see me make the writing session tracker, or um, I might just go ahead and do it when I'm not on the stream because I really would like for this planner to be done. You know, I would be very excited about that. So I might just go ahead and do that. But if you want to see like me duplicate the process because you're like, we kind of want to see what that looks like, then yeah, maybe I can do that next week or like we'll see what I end up doing next week. But sometime soon, might be able to do that. So thank you so much for watching. I'm just gonna make my face big again. But I guess that was like about all I needed to say. So please look out for some updates coming soon about Someday Social and the Someday Shop and the Someday Shelf and, you know, all of those things. um, please have a great evening and I'll see y'all later. Bye.